filming among the public?
Not really, actually.
To be honest, no. The movie was amazingly smooth. We never had problems with people, places, things, thankfully. And there's sometimes we'd be trying to take a shot and there'd be some guy trying to be funny. That happened a couple times or whatnot. On street corners in Los Angeles, there's some really awesome people. But then again, we're there with a guy in a ranger outfit, so we couldn't really.
Yeah, they kind of stay clear.
Yeah. But no, it was actually. They gave him a wide berth sometimes. We had a really smooth shoot.
Everything went great.
Yeah.
I
I can't think of a single problem that we had. Yes.
Hey, Rob, I thought it was really funny. What are you guys' plans besides showing it to us tonight? Where are you going to go? Are you trying to market it? I mean, Rob, have you contacted Comedy Central and told them how fucking funny you fucking are?
I'm actually meeting with a woman next week that we're going to be doing that in Comedy Central. So.
I like it.
Yeah.
The film's really just a marketing tool for us, for Tim's talent, and what we did to get exposure to hopefully make it lead to things and open some doors. And
Yeah, we're going to try the festival circuit. We missed most of them so far this year, but all of next year's. A lot of probably the LA Comedy Festival and probably a dozen others.
There's so many, so
Yeah.
we're just going to be curious to see where we land.
If nothing else, I would say it's going to be on the internet somewhere, and I'm sure we'll probably
at
sell
least, yeah.
a DVD of the film online. There's rangeroutthemovie.com if anyone hasn't been there. We'll be expanding from here on out with more stuff about the film and where you can find it in the future and stuff like that. Yes.
Where can I buy the doll?
Oh, wow.
The Ranger Rob doll?
No, the sock puppet.
Kitschy
Oh,
Cassidy.
Kitchen Cassidy. That's a good question.
We'll get back to you on that one.
Yes.
Did you share the story behind the Kitchity Catchity star on the Walk of Fame?
Oh, yes, good question.
Isn't that cool?
How cool is that?
Huh?
He's not here tonight, unfortunately. Paul Muparian was our editor and visual effects artist. It's funny because that shot was always in there, but it was actually Alec Guinness, right? It was Alec Guinness' the star, and every time we saw it, we're like, Alec Guinness, what does that mean? I'm a huge Star Wars fan, but it wasn't like it was just, that was the star it landed on. So, and I mentioned to him, kind of in passing, when we were editing the film, he lives across the country. Minnesota, yeah. And I was like, hey, could you do something with that? Like, Kitschy Catchy. I said, you could just put a box over it or something, and that's what he did, like the next day. So I don't really know how he did it. I mean, it looks perfect, like it was always there. So just Paul, and Paul's fantastic. He's a great editor. He's a great visual effects person. Inventfilm.com is his website, if anyone is looking for either of those. So yeah, he just pulled it out of thin air, to be honest. There was another question, I think, over there by the last question. Yes?
Did you have, how long did it take you to shave the bear for that jacuzzi scene?
That's why it took 3 years.
And then, Andy, every weekend we shot, Andy would drive in from Arizona each time. That's pretty cool. So that's a constant thing. A lot of driving.
Yes. I have a question for Andy. From the time that Rob was working at Magic Mountain, how long did it take you for you to write that whole script?
Actually, I storyboarded it. I'm not much of a writer. I'm dyslexic, and I can't put words together very well. So I storyboarded it. And because we were really just on a whim joking about it, and we're not, we're actors, and we don't have that at the time now, and we didn't have that much going on. And I did it that night and storyboarded it, and then I thought about, okay, who do I know who has a camera? And Rob was just kind of going along with what he liked, whatever I gave him, and he's the easiest person in the world to work with. Yeah, he just let's do it. Yeah, fine, everything's fine, and as he says. And so storyboarded it, and because the theory I had was with the script is most comedy that I'm into, that I find funny, is mostly improvisational. And I don't think you can really script good comedy a lot of times. I think it's like Steve Martin says, trying to catch lightning in a bottle. And a lot of what he did on stage, I feel like I'm promoting Steve Martin, but a lot of what he did on stage was just like to explain, for someone just to go see a show, they go, wow, that's hilarious. And then they tell their buddy, and it's like, well, you had to be there. You can't really script a lot of good comedy. So then I talked to Rob about it, and I said, Rob, I'm not a director. I don't know anything about lighting and so on. And so he says, well, I know this guy. And I saw The Wrong Side of the Bed, and I was really impressed with that film. I thought it was a really great film, and I was excited that we could get someone of this caliber. And then we had some scenes that needed a script. So I wrote a lot of the agent scene and the Scientology scene separate from the film. I had already scripted and storyboarded them out, and then I wrote the script kind of as we went. So yeah, and then Rob's scene with the letter was scripted, and so eventually it was almost like 30-40%. So
Congratulations. Great
thank
work.
you. Oh, thank you so much.
Any more questions from anyone?
What did you shoot it on? What camera?
Roy,
Hey, I get to say stuff. We shot on the Panasonic HVX200. It's, back then there weren't cameras like these that were like, 35mm light. But, since, it was a great camera to shoot with. We actually shot it, oddly enough, in 720p 24, in case anyone cares or knows what I'm talking about. And we would have had a Blu-ray here today. I think we'll have one later for sale or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, there will be a Ranger of the movie Blue.
Yeah, so that'll be existing at some point. But yeah, Panasonic HVX200. It's a good stuff.
Yes.
Rob, when you pulled over the Ferrari, were you in the Ranger outfit?
I was actually in my ArcLight outfit. I was driving to work, ArcLight's theater I used to work at. Yeah. That guy was so cool. I had a flyer in the car and everything, and I gave it to him. And they actually used his Ferrari for a whole bunch of different productions anyway, so that was really neat.
It had to be a Ferrari from the 80s because Ranger Rob's success was back in the 80s, and it didn't make sense because he hasn't aged. But the 80s, the 80s are funnier than the 90s.
Funny.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
More colorful.
Maybe it's time for like one or two more questions. Anyone have any? Yes.
Where is Ranger Rob's Nook, and how can we start that?
Your question is, what is a Nook exactly?
No, it's a little home.
Ranger Rob's Nook was, I think, 3 places, actually, about 15 miles apart. The alley was in, I think, where was that?
Kaylin, where's your alley?
Somewhere in Hollywood. Where's your alley?
Was it?
Santa Monica Boulevard and Ardmore.
There you
There you go,
go.
the alley was there.
There you go.
The Nook itself, the garage, was actually at, a disclosed location. I don't know do you want to say where it is necessarily?
His back.
Topanga Canyon Boulevard in Satakoy. There you go. Whoa.
There's 2 locations then.
There's 2.
Yeah.
There's 2. And a very nice guy let us use the little garage, so it was really nice.
Once again, he just walked up to someone.
Movie! Making a movie. They were very helpful. Everyone was so very helpful. Everybody.
Well, I mean, it's Rob. I mean, no, you're not going to give it up for Rob.